Process improvement tips from a business operations specialist. When there is a disconnect in your business process, it can cost you money, time, and even the image of your brand. In 1993, one of the major players in the US brewery industry faced a challenge in their distribution process. Their flow of work and operation was quite smooth, but at some point there was an unlinking and it affected the company's sales for about 2 months. This US brewery company was in a corporate partnership with a truck and automobile company. So after the manufacturing process in the factory, the truck partners stepped in and loaded the brewery based on truck tons and supplier to a designated warehouse. Along the line, the truck company had a court case to settle within the next 2 weeks or faced liquidation or foreclosed by the federal government. At this point, there were no operations, and this affected the brewery company because the trucking company, who is also their logistics partner, couldn't come through for a few weeks, which extended to months. With this scenario, it is quite convincing that the distribution channel and the process of the brewery company have been altered. Now, you can't simply adopt a random process improvement tip for your business. No operations specialist will recommend generic process improvement without understanding the current state of your business and pinpoint the improvement tip that is the perfect fit. This isn't rocket science. But first, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great weekly videos on consulting. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a new video. What is process improvement? In 1991, after severe business challenges and no straightforward solution or strategy to overcome those challenges, James Harrison took a radical step to propounding the process improvement theory and how businesses can adopt it. With this in mind, the concept has been modified by business specialists and industry stakeholders, where the process improvement approach has been updated to fit recent business challenges. The approach set out during this period are channeled towards identifying a particular business situation and analysing not just the process but its overall framework to grow. Process improvement is the systematic approach of identifying, analysing and improving the operations within a business to ensure efficiency, overall quality and achievement of the actual business goals. To carry out this approach, there are recommended tools to support the end goal, which is to cause an advancement to the subject business. The approach to achieving a great process improvement might be cumbersome, yet a highly influencing force. Also, process improvement is a tested strategy that can breathe life into your business process and untie the knot that breeds difficulties and reduce performance. As a business owner, you should be watchful of every advice, activity, and recommendation you're subject to. They go a long way to influence your business. On the other hand, when our business process is inefficient, then it is clear that employees are wasting their quality time while the company is busy wasting resources. Process improvement can be described with different names based on business niche, including continual improvement process, CIP, business processing re-engineering, BPR, business process solutions, BPS, business process management, BPM, and others. Amongst all these, the commonly used name is the business improvement process. However, without much concern on names, they all pursue a primary goal. The goal of business process improvement is to maximize resources, encourage employees with quality work processes and standards, and minimize error. From the angle of a business operations specialist, if a company focuses on achieving these goals, then there is a chance for increased profitability and improving growth. Businesses would grow and be profitable if these goals are focused on and achieved. Why you need process improvement in your business. Processes are the foundation of execution and progress. Therefore, every standard organization does not take it for granted, as they mostly define how most tasks are achieved. Businesses are constantly seeking the best approach to adapt to market and consumer change. This can't be successful without a well thought out process. Fortunately, business improvement is achievable if you set your mind to it and follow rules and standards. Hence, it is available to everyone. As a business operations specialist, it is believed that team members get the job done when they align with the goal of a certain project and the business objective at large. To get everyone to that stage, you must communicate the process improvement plan effectively and create a simple approach needed to implement it. As a business, be cautious of the process improvement techniques you subscribe to. The reason is that the process that works for Company A, who deals in a single product, may likely not work for Company B that has multiple product lines with operations in a different geography. As mentioned earlier, the concept of process improvement is peculiar and should be incorporated into the workflow of an organization, recognizing the capacity of employees to play a vital role in maximizing the business impact. An effective process improvement can cause a significant change that will translate to greater value and results in your business in the long run. With a few selected approaches that are straightforward, your business can become impactful with the required tools and skills to serve your target market. It is essential to see process improvement as a determinant of business growth and not as administrative chaos. We believe that process improvement in any business is a critical element for staying competitive. It helps an organization identify and measure the performance of existing approaches to achieving business goals and give opportunity for improvement from time to time. When process improvement is embraced by the employee and stakeholders within the organization, then the subject organization will stand out from the crowd in the industry. Process improvement task isn't the responsibility of the operations manager alone. Instead, it concerns every party connected to the organization. Top process improvement tips you should consider today. This is a simple checklist of some of the key process improvement tips you should consider for your business. Know your initial process. Every organization has a standard by which they carry out their operation. Hence the saying that the nature of your business process determines your business growth is valid. In trying to engage in process involvement, it means there has been an existing process that you need to change or modify. Without proper knowledge of the initial process and the result it produces, then it may be quite difficult to carry out an effective process improvement. As far as improvement is concerned, knowing the state of the initial process that was adopted in your business is critical. Know and equip the team. One of the important tips for process improvement is know your team and equip them for the task ahead. Knowing them by their personality wants, work style, and needs will build a sense of belonging and trust. Most companies fail in their execution strategy because they lack the framework to build a smooth relationship between the employee and the organization they work for. Take some time to discuss corporate and individual progress with your team members and how they can translate their interests and expectations to synchronize with the organization's primary goal. Work to reduce cost. During the execution of any process, there is an associated cost. Therefore, whether the process is beneficial or not, there needs to be a price paid to ensure completion and goal reach. Once you've understood the initial process you adopted and equip your team members based on their capacity, then it is highly recommended that you should work on cost reduction. In case you are wondering, this tip is straightforward. As a plan for process improvement, carefully identify profitable opportunities where resources can be allocated. Also, one of the approaches to reducing cost is automating tasks where necessary. Work on collaboration and communication. This tip is all about focusing on simultaneous collaboration and communication during process improvement. If you check deeply, no organization has ever been successful if its communication structure is faulty. Working on collaboration and communication is simply eliminating distractors so that team members can share ideas and feedback as much as possible. When this tip is adhered to, there is a chance to filter noises that influence communication and collaboration per company, and people will be connected to work on a mutual goal. Create a source for process documentation. In a business setting, documentation is essential, without which progress can't be tracked or measured. Every activity that makes up the process improvement should be made accessible to all employees or stakeholders concerned. If there is no repository as a reliable source, then the expectation of members may not measure up to margin. Before, during, and after process improvement, there should be process documentation. This would be a back end for everything that concerns the process improvement made available for all. Now that you have understood process improvement and why businesses should adopt them, ask yourself, what really can a business achieve without processes? Perhaps over 90% of viewers would reply nothing. With all the information we have dispensed through this post, you have everything that's required to put the above process improvement techniques into action continuously, especially if you intend to attain your company's top goals. Remember, if everyone embraces process improvement, then there will no longer be a struggle to achieve goals. If you liked this video, give us a like so we can make more videos like this one. And tell us in the comments section below what type of videos you want. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos.